Pokey David SCHWARTZ is back with the craziest warning I've ever seen. He does say things that are easy to see through. I agree that this one is pretty simple to see. We'll see. Hello, I hope it's okay for me to be here. 16. Take a look at the extra piece that costs about $2.00 right now. There's no need to be exact. Okay, the same as Bitcoin, but it's good that these coins are joining together because we need time, right? Sometimes. Is that price ever enough to make you happy? Okay, guys. Today's movie is going to be very exciting, or at least very thought-provoking. Okay, now that we're done having fun working out the extra peak group, let's get to work. What David Joel says about this is very interesting. I thought this was another one of those strange texts when I saw it. We know what this one means, though, because it's pretty much all shown to us. He says, "Goodbye, Hong Kong." What does this picture catch your eye right away? It's red, red, red everywhere. Why does that make sense? The water even makes the lights come back on. Red means there is blood in the water or on the sky. I don't get why everyone who answers keeps writing red. The airport in Singapore is really great. It was quick and easy to get from the Fairmont Hotel to my airport gate. The plane taxi took less than a minute to get to the airport as well. What a well-run airport. Something else I know that is useful is the XRP ledger. So right now, a lot of people are saying red candle soon. What does this really mean? First, let us look at what took place. Mr. Poole was the first to call and warn everyone to be careful in this area. David Shores is also a lot the same. Everything about the picture is different and interesting to Mr. Poole. That's a big fat yes once more. Let's talk about how red candles might be coming out soon. By all through time, I mean all through the months and months and months. We saw red just now, red on top of red. Yes, a few sprinkles. Some guys have been green, but most of them have been red. Because of these charts, I do think a dump is coming. Again, it needs to take this chance as soon as it comes up. It's likely that the pump will happen quickly, right? And most likely when we're near the bottom or somewhere in that area. Guys, Davis, remember to store when it's time to leave. Okay, Davis. I guess a very excited tweet, because that's what he always does when he knows. Guys, this could be interpreted in two ways. We are going to talk about the good things. Soon it will be a little more bullish, but people are already selling their 5-year-old Ethereum stacks for XRP. Check to see if you have Ethereum Bitcoin right now. It's not funny either, but now is a good time to get XRP for Bitcoin or Ethereum, right? We're almost at the end of the line, right? It's not a bad time because XRP will do better than Bitcoin and Ethereum in the next few months. May I say it myself? Let's talk about red, red, red. Okay. That's bad news for bears. The Financial Stability Board says Bitcoin is almost at a point where it could threaten the whole financial system. The Financial Stability Board is an international group that keeps an eye on the world's financial systems. This warning sounds crazy, but hey, it came from them. Okay, I believe these folks are in charge of, or at least keep an eye on these other places and companies. In February 2022, studies said that the fast growth of cryptocurrencies, which will have a market value of $2.6 trillion, 0 cents by 2021, could be a systemic risk. This is why they recently sent out a warning about Bitcoin. They are getting closer to standard finance, but they still have problems such as not having enough cash on hand. This warning comes at an odd time for people who want to use Bitcoin. There were claims that crypto was just internet money, but big players like MicroStrategy are adding billions to their holdings. This goes against what was said before and calls for more government scrutiny from the 2008 financial crisis. We can see that economies can become shaky when asset bubbles are not managed. Really? The Financial Stability Board may have good reason to be worried, even though there isn't yet a study that looks at crypto's full impact on the current state of the economy. This is crazy. That is, these people are telling you to be careful with Bitcoin, right? Since rule of thumb, guys, keep this in mind. You never know what could happen. I don't know about these other coins. Also, this just now seems funny. Let's keep going with the secret word from David Schwartz. I want to show you this TikTok first because it will make you think. That's why the channel is where it is now, right? We know when the moon is full because let's try to stay 58 steps ahead of the curve instead. Okay, then. And numbers or gematria play a big part in all of that. This is a try at a game, as Mr. Poole put it. You can't stop right there. Watch this. Numbers are God's language, and they are used as a code to build the grid. Now listen to this. It might help you figure out what's going on, taking place right now. Alpha Mem 140 is the name of a mother in Hebrew. 3 times 3 is 4144. Yes. Now, what is the Hebrew word for child, mother? Father, kid, and yelling 1030 and 444. Color is just a bunch of, some say it's God's message. That's pretty cool. That's cool. Kindly take a look at this. It has the same word as Garden of Eden. And how much does the tree of knowledge cost? Yes. It's a 233, 144, 244, 243 in the yard. You can keep those. If you like the Fibonacci series, the Fibonacci numbers, why use Fibonacci? What do you think? All of these religions are like rivers, it told me, or ways to get to the sea. Everything is the same, but it looks like everyone finds the truth in their own way, right? One more time, those are all the numbers. As you all know, we talk a lot about numbers on this channel. It gets even more interesting with these decodes that lead to specific meanings and other things. Besides that, you might have a more open mind now, right? Looking forward to a unique tweet. Let's look at that tweet from David Shores again. That's very interesting. It's 6:15 a.m. today, people. The storm starts. Okay, the storm is coming. It's fun to talk about Singapore right now, right? It was from this group. They also talked about the spot. Is this an event in the sky? They asked next. Interesting. When we talk about the sky or certain events from County Bluff, the sky comes up. It could look like a well after that. He showed a movie that said wind coming from the north. Wow, it looks like Mr. Poole might have a big event in the sky. Now this person needs to look up and look at all the lightning strikes happening right now. This is for tomorrow, the storm, over and over and over again. It all comes back to David Shore's tweet. There will soon be a good view, though. I want to go over all of this first. There are tanks in the streets. The smooth talk is all set to go and is about to lock in. Yes, that's correct. Even when it was storming, goal is this from Brad Garlinghouse. Yes, I mean that when you see those tanks coming in, it's kind of like the bank switch, which is exactly what it is. What is going on in the world at the moment? It looks like this is the end of the new money plan. Guys, it's interesting that $895.00 or $895.00 is a good limit for defense. Let's say 589. Isn't that crazy? Reset must mean something else. So this is the good thing about David Shore's tweet. Right? Even though some people are saying things like goodbye, bear market, we might not say that it's all bad. Good morning, Singapore. I love to talk about Jupiter and the bear's spring when we talk about Singapore. He told me to keep an eye out for this. We're going to talk about Singapore, but that pork bow is pretty cool, right? As they move up the right springs, a lot of different things are happening. Now take a look at this. This really does show that this could mean something good instead of bad.